Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video. This is your boy JJ. And I have a very interesting question to answer to anyone who watches wrestling. Especially when it comes to WWE. Does this feel like Wrestlemania season? Like, I'm genuinely asking a legitimate question. Like, a very honest, legitimate question. Does this really feel like WrestleMania season in 2026 for WWE? Because if you want to ask me, my answer is not even close. Now, are there some matches that I'm actually looking forward to for this Mania season? Yes. But to everything else, nope, not even close. Especially the fact that knowing that Triple Fraud, aka Triple H, is actually coming out here saying that Pat McAfee is the face of WWE, especially talking about it on WWE Unreal Season 2, to which I explained about it in my other video. If you guys didn't check it out, I advise you to please make sure you guys watch that video as well. But how on earth does this actually feel like WrestleMania season when you have a bunch of celebrities now being involved more than ever, including Pat McAfee, bruh? Knowing on what happened on both Raw and SmackDown throughout last week, especially this week, when you have people like Cody Rhodes, Pat McAfee, and now CM Punk addressing the WWE fans about the expensive high ticket prices for this year's WrestleMania, including addressing TKO, especially Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel. To which, if some of you didn't watch Raw, to which I don't blame you, because this was actually going viral all over social media of CM Punk giving out a pipe bomb saying that Punk took shots at The Rock, Vince, Pat McAfee, and TKO on Raw, told the company to lower the ticket prices for WrestleMania season. To which I was like, oh, so now you guys are actually addressing TKO about lowering the ticket prices, to which y'all should have actually addressed them like few years prior, like few years ago. Like when someone like CM Punk actually addressed not just The Rock, not just to TKO, but also Vince, I was like, what's Vince got to do with it? He's not with the company anymore. And when that happened, I was like, oh wait, so Punk, you actually want to address about you actually want to address Pat McAfee, respond back to Pat McAfee when he has nothing to do with your match against Roman. You want to address TKO about lowering the ticket prices for Mania, but where were you when you did not address the lowering the ticket prices of last year's WrestleMania? You want to do that now, but you had no problem of the ticket prices when you were at the main event spot of WrestleMania 41 last year? Like, dude, make it make sense, bruh. Like, see, you guys can tell that this is actually a work by having all three of them addressing TKO, Ari Emanuel, about lowering the ticket prices, since the ticket prices are that expensive for Mania in Las Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium, which this is literally a work and not a shoot. All three of them, Cody, Pat, and CM Punk, addressing the ticket prices because they know that WWE and TKO is desperate to sell out the Allegiant Stadium. They are desperate for ticket sales because they want to do it. They want to do anything to make it a so-called sellout for WrestleMania. Out there, they have Pat McAfee come out of nowhere, teaming up with Randy to attack Cody Rhodes, which is literally the same thing that happened last year when they brought out The Rock, having John Cena turn heel on Cody Rhodes. And this is literally just a rinse and repeat situation. They are literally that desperate. not knowing what could really draw out WrestleMania if you cannot have the storyline build up correctly. Like, is this really what people are hoping for WrestleMania this year? Like, seriously. And if y'all want to talk about the ticket prices, if y'all want to talk about addressing TKO about lowering the ticket sales, like, bruh, tickets were already been selling out for months before Punk, Pat McAfee, and Cody Rhodes had addressed it to TKO and them, especially Triple H. And this is actually making it one of the, if not the first time ever, making it one of the lowest WrestleMania sold out events in WWE and WrestleMania history. Like, imagine if you had imagine this is actually sold out for only one night at WrestleMania. You would probably get like 45,000 tickets or 50,000 tickets sold in one night for WrestleMania 42 in 2026. Because the build-ups for this year's Mania, it's not it, bro. It's not worth it. Like, what match? I actually want to know, in this card right here, what matches people are honestly looking forward to? Okay, if you ask me, if I had to be honest, the only match that I'm generally looking forward to the most is Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, bro. Because everything else is not cutting it. Jay versus Rhea, that's not cutting it. Nobody cares about that. AJ versus Becky. AJ Lee already beat Becky like 3 times. She's going to retain anyway. Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquero. They spent like, 2 months with their feud. Even though for the past few days ago, they have built up momentum a bit, but it's already, it's not really worth it anymore. Sammy versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship. I'm only gonna watch that just to see if they're gonna really Trick over by beating Sammy. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre, which I honestly don't care about that. They were just stalling with that feud. Punk versus Roman. I mean, I'm only gonna watch that to see if The Rock might show up. Which, he doesn't want anything to do with Triple H booking for this year's Mania. Oh, yep, and this one right here with Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. They actually accidentally revealed that the Demon King Finn Balor is gonna be showing up at WrestleMania. I really hate that WWE loves to spoil things to their fans. To what's actually going to happen at WrestleMania without actually, getting people excited about it. You never know what's going to happen at Mania. But I'm really sick and tired of them spoiling things for everyone. This should have been for like the IC Championship if it wasn't for having someone like Penta winning the IC Championship out of nowhere on a random Monday night Raw episode. Just so they can have him defend the title in a freaking ladder match. Oh, yep, in this match right here, a 6-man tag team match, which I guess finally they have LA Knight. They have our boy LA Knight in a WrestleMania match this year. But in a freaking 6-man tag team match with the Usos against Austin Theory and 2 global most streamed YouTubers on the planet, Logan Paul and ISoSpeed. But, bruh, man, Triple H is that obsessed with having celebrities to be part of WWE, especially for WrestleMania. To which this honestly don't feel like WWE anymore. This is actually a new celebrity show. They should actually call it WCE, World Celebrity Entertainment, instead of WWE. From Jelly Roll to ISoSpeed to Lil Yachty to now Pat McAfee, this is now literally becoming a celebrity mania. To what's actually be the most watched the video on YouTube. Like, which one's actually gonna get the most viewers on social media? That's why they're catering more to celebrities instead of their own 24/7, 365 days or wrestlers. Is this the type of WrestleMania actually I'm looking forward to? Is this the type of so-called quote unquote a new era that Triple H is always talking about by having freaking celebrities be involved to any wrestling matches? We're actually seeing more and more celebrities than usual nowadays. And you already know, I bet Bad Bunny's gonna be part of it too. Maybe to throw him in the mix with Logan Paul, and I even heard the freaking AEW wrestler Kenny Omega. Yeah, he once made a joke on a podcast. One of the podcasts that Kenny Omega was on, he made a joke about, like, I won't be surprised if they're gonna do like a freaking celebrity match with Mr. Beast and Logan Paul. And of course, we got this match right here, to which nobody really cares about. Triple H is all about doing these in the last minute, having it a rush job for WrestleMania, and making it a random match that not that many people really cares about looking forward to. But to tune in on freaking the ESPN, or if you're watching it on the Netflix internationally, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Twitch, let me get this straight. You waste everyone's time for months out there. He created the vision. Then 5 months later, you have someone like Braun Breaker turn on him. For Seth Rollins to be put in the sideline, be put on the bench for months until he comes back, having to fake his knee injury after he took on, who was it, LA Knight at Saturday Night's Main Event. You have Braun Breaker geared up for his first ever time match at WrestleMania, or first ever match at WrestleMania against Seth Rollins, until he gets legitimately injured. Put that match on hold, and then you wait till the last minute to have Gunther face Seth Rollins out of nowhere. Like, make it make sense, bruh. Like, we all know that it should have been Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins, but since they said that Braun Breaker is still not cleared, which it was actually reported that he was cleared, that he was to be training at the Performance Center, but they had to cut that match for Gunther versus Seth Rollins instead. Like, does anyone remember what happened last year during the summer of WWE when they had freaking LA Knight and Seth Rollins in the same ring face to face live on Monday Night Raw? They actually they stopped this feud after they had LA Knight and CM Punk in the middle of the ring face to face. That they spent like months feuding, even be in a tag team together, taking on Division. Man, it's just the way how they're booking LA Knight for months now. Have been wasting time with the stupid, lousy vision fashion from Seth Rollins for no particular reason. If you ask me, I really wish they could have stretched this out for WrestleMania 42 this year. Are you kidding me? LA Knight versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. That would have been so much better if, but keep having Seth be a heel with the Vision until they immediately turn on Seth Rollins, but at WrestleMania, so that way LA Knight can finally have his a moment by becoming the brand new World Heavyweight Champion. But it could probably be like night 1 at WrestleMania, while night 2 can be like Old Boy Finley versus Brock Lesnar. That right there is how I would build up a brand new era to how Triple H is booking these things, bruh. And now I'm hearing other people on social media saying, from the IWC. Other people are saying in the IWC that LA Knight and Seth Rollins should become a tag team. And I was like, bruh, are you freaking kidding me? Them as a tag team, like, you actually waste all that time by having LA Knight beat Seth Rollins on Saturday night's main event after after he was faking a knee injury, especially exposing it on WWE Unreal, just to help them become a tag team out of nowhere. I mean, heck, I would at least have LA Knight take on Gunther. At least that would also be very interesting, especially for the IC championship, because Penta right now as the IC champion, that is not working for me. No one's actually looking forward to WrestleMania to see Penta as IC champion by having challenged everyone in a freaking ladder match, bro. LA Knight versus Gunther for the IC championship, and you can have LA Knight retain the IC championship at WrestleMania. But this is actually way better than having Seth taking on Gunther this year. Oh, man. And like I said before, they just rinse and repeating about what happened last year for the build-up of WrestleMania. And now they're doing the exact same thing, but with Randy and Pat McAfee this year in 2026, bro. This is literally rinse and repeating all over again. And trust me, this is not The Rock's fault. The Rock had explained so many times that this wasn't his idea in the first place. This was all freaking Ari Emanuel, Nick Khan, and then having Nick Khan talking to Triple H about it. He just, agree with it as usual. Now again, Pat McAfee's side with Randy Orton is just goofy at best, bro. You could at least have someone like Kevin Owens or freaking Randy's father, Cowboy Bob Orton. If it's not gonna be the Rock side with Randy Orton. Check this out. It's what Triple H has said on Cody Rhodes' podcast. I come across what Triple H has said recently. I think it was.
You're going to take this spot.
Yesterday.
He's chiming in, and he's still meeting with me all the time, and he's still, directing traffic from the side.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, when people are like, yeah, but it's your decision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. You know what I mean? Like you're yes. And you have to defend your position, and you have to be able to sell that to people and explain it to people if it's a little bit not your position or a little bit, well, why did this happen? And you don't want to say, well, because it's wasn't totally my decision, and not because you don't want to seem like you don't have that power, but like you have to position it that way. It's just such a complex. In an ideal world, I would do this. We don't live in an ideal world.
Right.
We live in a realistic world where I can't do that because of this, and I can't do that because of this, and I can't move this here because, I wish it was as simple as what people think when they just go like, why didn't they just do this? I wish it was that simple.
Yeah.
I really do,
He wished that it was that simple. Like, you gotta be joking me, right? Like, dude, Triple H, you're supposed to be the chief content officer, correct? Like, after 2022 and 2023, when Vince was no longer in control, because they released him, they got him fired out of the company. It was literally all hands on deck for Triple H to actually lead WWE to the so-called new era, lead WWE to the promised land, make WWE better than ever. Ever since 2024, like before and after WrestleMania, it was all because of The Rock. The Rock had made it feel like WrestleMania season. Back in, 2024, WrestleMania 40. And that was all because of, Nick Khan and Ari Emanuel calling The Rock because of the low ticket prices that they're having problems and issues to trying to sell out at starting with Elimination Chamber, leading up to WrestleMania 41. But not just that, he then became the final boss when The Rock first came back out, for him and Cody Rhodes' feud of him taking Cody Rhodes' spot Because they know which match is going to literally draw as the biggest match for WrestleMania in WrestleMania history. The Raw versus like Roman Reigns, even though that should have never been for the title. If, Roman Reigns should have dropped it to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39, so that way they wouldn't have him wasting time they're facing Brock Lesnar with no title on the line. I mean, heck, at least with the Raw there, he would actually gain more interest for both Raw and mostly SmackDown than how Triple H is booking it. Because, are you kidding me right now? We should be on the road to WrestleMania. And look at these numbers, bruh. Just like last year. This is what happens when you get more and more celebrities being involved in wrestling, in wrestlers' matches. Especially when it comes to tournaments, open challenges, pull them apart brawls. Hey, at least Monday Night Raw is actually doing a little bit better. But that's mostly because of freaking ISO speed, bruh. And Obafemi and Brock Lesnar too. That's what most people were looking forward to on Monday Night Raw. That's the only thing people care about. Meanwhile, everything else is just an afterthought. And this is what I keep talking about over and over by having Triple H always rely on celebrities to help carry the shows. Not because of freaking Ari Emanuel or freaking Nick Khan. It's always been Triple H. And now other reports coming out saying that both Roman Reigns and Liv Morgan are currently the betting odds favorites to win at WrestleMania. Knowing how the build-up has been so far for those two in their matches, I still do not care less. And if I recall to what Roman Reigns has said back in SmackDown 2023 about the World Heavyweight Championship when he was, the undisputed champion. He said, and I quote, that the World Heavyweight Championship is a secondary belt when he was the undisputed champion. And although he does not have any world title now, he has not even tried to win the World Heavyweight Championship even once. Like, literally no joke. You cannot make this up. That is exactly what Roman Reigns has said live on SmackDown in 2023 when Seth Rollins was, World Heavyweight Champion. He called it the secondary title. And now he's over here facing CM Punk for the same title that Seth Rollins had before as the secondary title, bruh. Meanwhile, they have freaking Cody Rhodes beat Drew McIntyre, to which he didn't really hold that belt for that long, just to set up a match against one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, a.k.a. Randy, just so a freaking celebrity can come right in because the Triple H had no other idea to sell the main event for WrestleMania, huh? Like I said before, the only matches that I'm actually looking forward to the most at WrestleMania 42 is Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, maybe Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn if they have my boy Trick Williams actually beat Sami for that U.S. title, to which they put it back on Sami Zayn for no particular reason. Demon King Finn Balor versus Dominic, even though they spoiled the surprise for his Demon King character gimmick would be at WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to that one. And I guess the 6-man tag team match, because of ISO speed. And I always have to support my boy LA Knight too. So yeah, guys, that's literally how I feel about this WrestleMania 2 card. And how Triple H would call it the so-called new era of WWE. Mostly by having freaking celebrities be involved in it, making it celebrity mania. Well, let me know how you guys feel about this. Do you guys agree with me to how Triple H is booking WrestleMania? Do you think Pat McAfee is the face of WWE? Said by nobody. And which match are you guys looking forward to the most at WrestleMania this year? And also, who do you guys think might show up as a surprise, unexpected OMG moment? Do you think The Rock might show up? Do you think Kevin Owens might show up? You think Braun Breaker might attack Seth Rollins? Even though he's facing Gunther, who's a heel, by the way, aka a tweener. Which, by the way, no one should lose in that match, by the way. So, what are we doing? But again, these are my thoughts. I'm looking forward to hear what you guys have to say about this. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.